Good day everyone! Welcome ulit sa ating Team Pinikpikan King channel. Hindi pa Mother's Day, malayo pa yata Mother's Day. Pero let me just talk about my mom. Birthday niya itong July 30. If she would have been here, she would still have been here. It would have been her birthday on July 30. Binabrowse ko yung Facebook ko and I've been looking at her pictures and I miss her a lot. Let me talk about my mom. Baka may makarelate and I'm sure I'm really sure some of us would be able to relate about missing our mom na wala na sila dito sa atin. Siyam kami magkakapatid. It's actually 10. Namatay yung isa nung bata pa siya, around 7 years old, na namatay sa tetanus. So there were 9 of us, and she single-handedly raised us all up with a very meager salary of a public school teacher. Public school teacher siya at the time na hindi pa talaga malaki yung mga sweldo ng mga public school teachers. So would you imagine, raising 9 kids with a public school teacher's salary na way back then na maliit pa. Tapos mas maliit pa sa kanya kasi yung program nung ni na mama noon as a teacher, sila yung teacher noon na may time point in time yata na kulang ang mga teachers. So there was a time na mga tinatawag na ETC teachers, mga high school teachers, mga high school graduates sila, but then they were given extra training to become teachers. So, ETC ang tawag. And then, at later part of her career, she went back to summer school na nag-gain siya ng mga extra units to be considered a regular teacher. Parang ganun ang nangyari. So, when she was starting, I think she started na nilagay siya sa very far-flung areas, far provinces ng Cordillera, but she has to start. And I remember I had some clear memories of some of those, episodes of her going to those far areas to teach. Since ako yung pinaka-youngest noon, sinasama kami. And yes, I know it was tough for my mom. Imagine I would remember na we would wake up at around 4 o'clock and then 5 o'clock, medyo madilim-dilim pa, we would walk to the main road, sasamahan namin to wait for the early morning trip na pupunta doon sa school na pinagtuturuan niya. And I remember when I was not still studying, sinasama niya ako kasi walang mag-aalaga sa akin. And we would walk up the mountains for more than an hour to get to the place. Ganoon kahirap noon. And then pag hindi mo nakuha yung jeep, wala ka ng sasakyan. So you really have to move out of the school. Move out of the house early. Ganoon yung mga hirap niya noon. And I remember her stories of, having to ride on a horse kasi wala talagang pathway talaga yon and all this. Pero chinaga niya lahat yun. And then when we would all start going to schools, yung iba nagka-college na, nag-university na, ang ginagawa niya is after school, she would come home and yung baka hindi makarelate yung iba sa atin. Pero sa amin kasi I grew up in Baguio, Benguet, Cordillera, where yung gold panning is one of the livelihood. So, yung mga tinatawag naming gold dust, kasi from gold ore, ibobol mill mo yan hanggang maging powdery siya. And then, yung the last part is yung mga parang sand na siya, igagrind mo pa siya ng stone. Matagal yan. Okay? Maraming process yan. So, what she would do is when she comes home, she would still do that. Paggabi na, she would use yung gas na light para makapagpatuloy niya. And then, she would use that to augment yung monthly income niya para so that we would have resources for our daily needs, resources para sa aming pag-aaral. And I think I would say na it was successful kasi karamihan sa amin nakagraduate na ng university. And she was a mom. She really was a mom. One thing I would remember about her is she made sure that we grew up in church. Pag Sunday yan, karay-karay kami ng lahat sa church. And those are the things that I wouldn't appreciate when I was younger. Ang daming, ang daming kinaiinisan mo when you were younger. Pero sometimes yung realization mo is pag wala na sila, then that was the time you realize, or you become a parent on your own. That's the time you realize na, oh gosh, all the sacrifices they have to go. But she died of meron siyang brain tumor, so parang it was causing some seizures. So ang bilis nung retrogression niya, like in and out siya ng hospital ng November, December 31. I remember she was having a seizure again. And binulong ko sa kanya around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Sabi ko, Mama, let go. You follow the light. Okay na kami lahat. And then, madaling araw on the 31st, that's supposed to be a New Year, she let go. And magaan. Knowing that she had a good, it was not an easy life, but knowing that she did her best for us kids, and most of us are okay, if not all of us are okay. Well, yeah. So, anong kwentong nanay nyo? I would love to hear about your kwentong nanay on the comment section. I'm sure some of us, when we look back, may mga times na hindi natin na-appreciate ang mga mama natin, pero when we become parents of our own, or when they're gone, we would realize that they're all, everything they did were all for us. And we'd get to appreciate them more. Kwentuhang nanay, kwentuhang mama. Magkwento naman kayo doon sa comment section sa baba. And yes, yung mga hindi pa nakapag-subscribe, pa-subscribe naman. Kulang ako ng subscribers. Mangungulit ako. Paki-click naman yung subscribe button. Maraming salamat at hanggang sa susunod na kwentuhan.